Okay, it is March 17th, and I'm going to do my recap. March 17th, 2021. I'm going to do my recap. Not a great day, not a bad day, or whatever day. Let's call it a $539 day, $536. So yeah, I made 536. Not crazy about it. Yeah, it was a bit complicated day for me. I mismanaged a couple of things. I mean, I did a couple of things well. I did a couple of things not that well. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the result because I was down and I was able to come back and make the money back and stuff. So yeah, I'm not terribly disappointed putting it like that. Yeah, I could have done things better. There were a lot of close ones today, like a lot of really close ones. So I mean, I'm happy with how I managed my risk. Although I was down $500 at one point or 600. It wasn't it wasn't really bad. It was like a few small losses, a few small things that I could have done better here and there. I missed big on a couple of trades, and not big, but I missed by a little bit on a couple of trades, and yeah. So we're gonna get into it. My first trade of the day was TRY. So I tried going TRY long because I saw like a bullish engulfing candle almost, and I was gonna break the daily open, but I didn't have too much confidence in this trade, and I got a little bit, and I got out. I got out too very quickly. Honestly, I mean, it was a good trade. It would have been my trade of the day had I let it play out, but I didn't. And the reason why I didn't let it play out is because there was like a big red candle right at the open, and it was a big red candle right at the open, and although this one like seemed like a little bit of an engulfing one, it still wasn't. It still wasn't what I wanted to see because this was like so big, and there wasn't L3. Everything is coming down, but maybe that would have been the chance for to go long since everything was going down so much. So I went long, 1,000 shares, 25.76, and I got stopped out. I didn't get stopped out. I got out. Early. Honestly, there was a big chance that this was gonna be a gap up, but you know, um, yeah, it wasn't the case, man. It just wasn't the case. Went long, got stopped out, lost what $250 there. Yeah, 250, $240. Not a big deal. It then ripped up. I would have added another. I would have gone in with 2,000, 3,000 shares. If I would have, I should have, waited. I should have waited, honestly. But you never know if this thing is gonna come all the way back down. I should have waited. I'd been a little bit more patient. Wait for this retest here instead of like getting it immediately. That was my bad showing a lack of patience there. So yeah, it was a shame of a trade. Then I saw it also around here. I wanted to take a position around here, but I never pulled the trigger on it. Why did I want to see the trade? Well, you have the previous day close, this yellow line over here, and you have the shooting star. That's a really, really bearish sign right there. At least for the time being. Maybe it can reclaim and so on, but it's a good entry point, to hedge against that level. At least the shooting star. Yeah, that is a good level. So, yeah, I just never pulled the trigger on it. And then there was another good option here to get in off of the bounce of the daily open, and where the breakout happened. That was another good setup. And now look, now it really reached again the previous day close, and it came back down. So as I was saying. Then I went Riot. I went short Riot. You see, I was making a little bit of some mistakes today. I was making. I wasn't too in the beginning. I mean, there weren't terrible mistakes. I wasn't going in very big, as you can see. I went 1,000 shares, 600. So that shows my confidence level wasn't too big in these setups. So yeah, I went short, and then I added. Okay, but I went short 600 shares right at 55.67. So right over here, I saw this right at 933. Correct. Yeah, I saw this kind of undecisive candle, and I saw MRA had a big, not super big, but it did have like a weakness candle over here, 933, and I was thinking that it could maybe open, get past the daily open. So I went short, and I was seeing the level two, didn't seem too strong at that point. So I added 300 shares, and I got stopped at break even basically 55.65. It was very very spready. It wasn't looking too good. And I'm like, there's no point for me. I wanted to see the breakdown. I wanted to see MRA really break the daily open, but it held there. So it gave me the idea that this didn't want to break, right? So especially after, having this 1 minute opening drain breakout, holding perfectly 55.18. So yeah, I could have profited a little bit. I mean, what was that? Would have been $400. That was that trade. But yeah, I want to see what I'm doing right now is I'm not taking like small wins. I'm really letting my winners play out. And what I am doing is also the adjustment is I'm cutting losses sooner. Like I'm not gonna let a big loss. Like in this case, I'm not gonna let if position is going well. I'm not gonna let it go against me for a long time. So that's why I got stopped at 55.65. Break even. Not even letting because then I would have had like a 400 $500 loss unnecessarily. So um yeah, that's basically what happened. So I went short, I covered, nothing there. I could have gone long, yeah, but I didn't have too much confidence in the trade. But if you really stop and think about it, like, hey, you were betting for this to go down. It didn't go down. It had a big um, bullish engulfing candle here, and it was set up to have a breakout. Why not go long? Well, yeah, that your guess is as good as mine is why I didn't. I guess it's counter. It's kind of tough to switch positions like that. It's because you're biased towards one side happening, and it doesn't happen. It's tough to hit the switch, but it's something that I guess I really have to work on. My next trade was GME. GME, I went short 200 shares. Where did I go short? At 937. So yeah, again, I went short at 937. So right over here. Um, Went short at 937 at 2020.60. So good price around here. And I wanted to see the break of the daily open. Didn't see that. It was a shame. I could have partial at least a little bit. I lost $200 in change over here. You see, here I did I didn't put my stop loss where I should have, but it just moved so quickly. It came all the way up here, right? It touched the daily open, and then really quickly just gets all the way up to, you know, to where my entry point was. So I didn't really have time to exit, because you never know if this thing is gonna, have some resistance around here and then come down again. Because the daily open, although it really held, you never know, So I got out, lost $200 there. At this point, I was down like $400, $500, not a big deal. And then I went short again, Riot. Um, I went short. Where did I? And this is where I was pushing a little bit too much. I wasn't too comfortable with this trade. I went short at 946. So here, and yeah, I was not happy with this entry, man. I was not happy. My entry should have been here. I got in at 56.05, like very, 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 very late. I mean, not terribly, but yeah, I mean, really terribly late, honestly, because the setup was here. The setup was off of the rejection of the previous day close. That was the setup. The setup was not getting in. I got in 90 cents 90 cents after of where I should have gotten in. So at that point, I didn't really like it. I covered 200 shares at 55.67, so right over here, and then I covered the rest at 56.25. Lost a little bit more money. Yeah, I didn't really like that, honestly. That was not good. That was not good behavior from my behalf, But then I went short again, right? So I went short one more time. Why? Because of the same pattern. Previous day closed, didn't hold. Again, it got up over here. A little bit of big volume. Nothing crazy, but a little bit elevated here. And then, shooting star. That's what I saw. I saw the shooting star at 10:02. I went short at 10:03. Went short 1,000 shares, 56.41. Much better price that I got in at. So that was a good trade. That was a good trade that I didn't really materialize that well. Honestly, I mismanaged it. It was a shame because I was really patient with this trade, and I screwed it up. I was really patient. I wanted to see L2 break. I knew L3 was gonna break. My target was L4, but it really held, and I got out here. I got out at the worst price, man. I really got out at the worst price, and then I just focused on another thing. I focused on GME, and I couldn't, trade it. So I went short 56.41, covered at 55.56. So I guess right around right around here, covered 55.85, another 200 shares. So right over here, not good. And then the last 600. Although my target was here, I didn't want to see it come above our, sorry, yeah, L2. And it didn't. I really didn't. I got a 55.85. The high of this, I literally got at the high of this fucking candle, man. What a shame, dude. What a shame. Should have been just slightly more patient. Maybe put the stop loss here or here. Ah, man, that sucks because immediately it dropped and it got all the way to L4, and then okay, now it's really spiking up, and it really had a nice recovery. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Wow, I mean, what the hell? It's really coming up. I mean, there may be a chance for a trade here, but off of R4, that could be a good trade. Let's see what happens. Wow, it's ripping up, man. Damn, everything is ripping up, isn't it? Yeah, TLRY is ripping up. Wow. Oh, that's significant. That is significant. But I'm not gonna trade it. I'm done. I'm done. So yeah, I'm not gonna trade anymore. So that was my other trade, and then GME. What happened with GME? You see how big pullback from R4 here. We'll see if it can hold it. We'll see. Maybe I could go long GME, man. But no, I'm not gonna do it, dude. I'm not gonna go long. I can't pull back. I'm not gonna do it. Then I traded GME a bunch over here. I traded Riot one more time, a quick scout, but let's see what I did with GME. So I covered. So okay, I went long GME. I went long at 10.27. Went long here 10.27. So right here, I even went long before. Okay, so I went long at 10.24. A little bit on two. Where did I go long? 10.24. Okay, so that was not a bad entry. 2.22. Okay, not the best. 222.90. That was a little bit far away. Spiked up, got stopped out, lost a little bit of money. Then I went in again, got stopped out immediately because of fucking the stop loss. I thought I adjusted it, but I didn't adjust it well. So whatever. I went short. And then I started to get frustrated. I started to really get pissed off. And I went short Riot. 900 shares at 10.30, so not good. Over here, I was really frustrated at that point. So I went here at 10.30 short, and I got, I just covered quickly, man. I wasn't happy with that. I went short and I covered 900 shares, although it did eventually, come all the way down here, which was my target, but I decided to just let it be. I didn't want to keep trading. And then I just traded a GME a couple of times more, maybe a few, you could say. And yeah, so I went long a couple of times, got stopped out, and then I was getting with the same. I thought I switched it. I thought I switched the order since order, but I didn't. So I was getting in, getting stopped out, getting in, getting stopped out with good trades, like over here. And then the last one, I did go short at 10.35. So right around here, I covered a little bit, didn't I? Yeah, I covered a little bit like go pass by, and I covered around here in this move, so yeah, whatever. I mean, I got myself up to 556 from being down. As you can see here, like I was, covering, getting stopped out, Dude, what the fuck, man? And then I realized that my order sends order here. Now it's 2 points. Before it was 50 cents. And I don't know why, because I thought I adjusted it, but I didn't. Here it is, 50 cents. So yeah, I mean, okay, so that's not going to happen anymore. I saved it and everything, so that's good. But you see, I got short. I covered 50 shares here, covered 25 shares here, 25 shares here, and then the last 75 shares there, So, and then it pulled back up, didn't it? Yeah. So, that's how it's going. Let's see with Riot. Yeah. Right, I went short, added, got out, went short, covered, got out, went short, covered, and then I covered the last tier, I think. Damn, you see? And then I got emotional. That was a stupid trade. I shorted here, covered for nothing, basically. And, and then another playbook setup, man. Like, these playbook setups just happen all the time, man. Playbook setup on Riot. Where did this bounce? At L4. The same reversal that you may see at R4, you're going to see it at S4 or L4, however you want to call it. perfect bounce, man. Look at this hammer here, and then it never looked back all the way up here. I mean, just picture perfect. Didn't take this trade. I was already getting ready to go and work out and stuff, but yeah, it goes to show like both ways. You can really trade these things both ways. And look at this, man. This really pulls back. Do I want to take the trade? I do really want to take the trade. If I'm done, I'm done, man. I don't want to give back any money. Then I'm gonna get super frustrated and get frustrated and mad. And I'm already up, man. I'm up. How much am I up, man? It's been my best month so far. I'm up 50K since November, 51K since November, and I'm up. What is it, like $13,000, $13,200 for this month. So average winning day $1,000. Average losing day. Which is the average losing day? A little bit too big again. 1,400. At least my average winning day is 1,700. So profit factor 167. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, not much more to say, man. A couple of close calls. I missed that trading right over here by a little bit. That would have been another. That would have been a nice, $1,200 if I would have held the whole thing. Well, at least it would have been at least in the 600, $700. That's for sure, man. I wonder how this reacts. This R4 level reacts. See the huge volume candles. That's very interesting. This may hold. I mean, where is R5? R5 is 63. Man, you never know, dude. It could very well get there. I mean, I could trade this for a quick scalp, but I don't want to risk it, I really don't want to. I don't want to risk it. What for? I mean, TLRY is also cracking up. Huge momentum spike. Yeah, let's take a look at SPY. What is SPY doing? Probably SPY had the spike. Wow, yeah. SPY had the spike. Look at that spike. Wow. Now it is pulling back, but yeah, maybe it holds this level over here and we see some more momentum to the upside. See what the live news says. Okay, so the Fed maintained using leave rates unchanged, the Federal Reserve. Okay, cool. I don't know what that means, honestly. I mean, I do know what it means, but yeah. Yeah, Riot is coming up, man. It really is. It really is. I think that's my recap for today. Yeah. Is that 3 straight winning days now? Let's see if I can keep it. Let's see if I can have a good winning, a good winning week. That would be fantastic. I'm up $4,200 for the month, for the week, so that's good. Hopefully I can stay like that, man. Last week I was up 4,500 and I gave back 2,500. So let's see if I can, keep it like that, man. You see, this is a good week. My average winning trade is 831. My average losing trade is 218, and that's because of the adjustment that I made over the week. So this is great. My largest gained 1,600. My largest lost 373, and those are the moves. Those are the trades that I have to keep having. That's my mentality. It's letting losers, cutting losers quickly. If I'm having a winning trade, not letting it go against me. Yeah, wow, the momentum is wow. The momentum to the upside is amazing. It is greatly amazing. I mean, it is fantastic. I mean, everything has to be cracking up. EKNG, everything is moving up dramatically. Wow. What about Plug? Plug too. Wow, everything is. Yeah. If I was aware that that was the announcement, I would have gone long, but it's too late now. I didn't take the move. That sucks, man. We'll always have tomorrow, won't we? Yeah. Not the best day. 536. I'll take it. I'll do some work. I'm gonna do some more recapping, some more taking a look at stuff, and yeah, I'll do another recap tomorrow. So yeah, have a good day.